Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
And it was wrong. It was a bad call, Ripley. It was a bad call.
Bad call.
Some are good for fighting, others for dying.
And welcome back to another episode of It's Just Two Movies. I'm your host, like every single time. Every time you see this show, it's going to be me. My name is Daniel King. With me today is my good friend Birdman, who you know, if you listen to all our episodes, you know who Birdman is.
It's me. I'm back. We're back.
Hey, hi.
Hello.
Hi.
It's good to be back, Daniel.
It's nice to meet you. So what you been up to, dog?
Oh man, a lot of the same. I feel like I'm always doing the same things,
Like
gaming and work. That's literally.
What have you been playing?
So right now I'm playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I just finished up
How's
with.
that?
It's good. I like it. I wasn't going to buy it because I didn't like the last Assassin's Creed. I talked to my brother. He's like, "You'll like this one."
Yeah,
it's good to talk to someone that you know and they can give you
feedback. If you're gonna dig it,
they can give you feedback. Because like I said, I wasn't really interested, but he's like, just buy it. It's good.
Yeah.
So I've been playing that. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of Skyrim.
Skyrim?
Yeah, Skyrim.
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 It's back. The McRim. You're finally awake.
A mix between Skyrim and something else that I can't think of.
Okay.
But no, it's fun.
God of War?
No, not real. Oh, maybe like The Witcher. Maybe a little bit of The Witcher.
Okay.
I don't think you played The Witcher, did you?
No, I want to, but I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima since August now, and it's halfway through December.
Yeah.
So I just
take your time.
I don't have a lot of time to play video games. Like if I play for 2 hours a week, it's a good week. Got a lot of gaming in 2 hours. That's like 4 hours is like, whoa,
holy shit.
Must have had a crazy bunch of free time. I just recently went on vacation. I played quite a bit while I was on vacation.
Yeah,
that's a lie. I played for like 3 hours. I was off for 6 days. I just did this.
I was gonna say, what did you do?
I did a lot of editing and Thanksgiving and that.
Oh, did you guys actually do Thanksgiving?
Not really. No.
Just like here, or
yeah. That's about it. Yeah, nothing real extravagant.
We stayed at home.
Yeah.
We didn't go anywhere, and it was kind of nice. Just the two of us.
We can make it if we try.
What else you been up to?
Fucking nothing.
I
watched Sicario.
Hey.
That's
about it.
Which was deliberate because I watched it for this show. So if you're not familiar with the show, what we do, generally speaking, is we take a look at two movies. We'll watch one movie that at least one of us thinks is a good movie, and then we watch a bad movie that has something kind of in common. I think it's like like FBI agent is kind of the theme.
It's, I think our theme today is CIA agents.
Okay. Yeah. Cannelloni.
What?
Italian alphabet.
Oh yeah, that's what it stands for.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna start with Sicario, director. So, do you know how to say his name? Because
God, I wish. Even Alicia was like, "You should really look up pronunciations."
Well, I did, and I do know how to say it.
Okay.
But I just want to put this out there because I thought it was pronounced, and I didn't know when I first found out about this director. I didn't know that he was French.
Okay.
I thought it was pronounced Denis Villeneuve.
I mean,
because I'm American.
Kind of looks like that. Villeneuve.
So it's pronounced Denis Villeneuve.
Okay. Denis Villeneuve.
Villeneuve.
And Stefano Solima. Or is it Stefano Solima?
Is there, what do you say that? Who's that?
The other director.
No, there's just one director on this.
Okay. No.
I think.
No, I got 2.
Really?
Yeah, and it's the same.
maybe
It's the same 2 directors that did Blade Runner 2049, which I also haven't seen.
Maybe it's based on a short story or something. But I have here that it's just Denis, and then the writer is Taylor Sheridan. I don't know if you have that.
I don't have that. I just have Denis Villeneuve, and Stefano Solima is who I've got.
Okay.
But anyway, this movie had a budget of $30 million US, banked in at the box office $84.9 million. So it's a good profitable film.
Yeah, they did a sequel.
Yeah, the sequel's really good too. This is a 2015 action thriller. Stars Benicio del Toro, Josh Brolin, Emily Blunt, Jeffrey Donovan, Raul Trujillo, Isabella Moner, Moner, maybe Moner, John Bernthal, and there's some other people in it.
Daniel, is it pronounced Kaluuya?
Kaluuya? I think it is Kaluuya.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's fantastic in it too. I kind of wish he had a bigger role in it.
I mean, he's kind of in it quite a bit.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I wish he was along for the ride a little bit more.
Right. He's a good, he plays off Emily Blunt really well.
Yeah. All right. So we're just going to get straight into it. The first thing that I would say is what Sicario means. And at the top, it tells you the word comes from the Zealots of Jerusalem killers. The Zealots of Jerusalem killers who hunted the Romans who invaded their homeland.
Word.
And that's legit. I looked it up. In Mexico, it means hitman. Sicario means hitman.
Mm-hmm. And in I think in Italian, it's a direct translation, means to kill for money.
Really?
Something like that. Yeah.
Huh, okay.
I just was looking up some random shit about it. I didn't write it down, but I thought it was interesting. Before we really jump into it, Emily Blunt's really your main character.
Yes.
Everything kind of focuses on her. She actually did a study for this and met a real FBI agent named Kate Mercer. So Blunt's character is actually based off of a real person who's a real FBI agent.
Okay, I was just getting ready to say, wait, that's her name in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Or maybe she based the character Kate Mercer on a real FBI agent. But she said like the FBI agent that she hung out with, she described her as like kind of sad and lonely. Quiet and lonely.
And that's kind of...
Yeah, she puts off a good vibe on it. Yeah, Emily Blunt's a really good actor. First thing that you're going to think as soon as you see the movie is, why don't the SWAT teams wear camouflage?
Or like the desert camouflage at least?
Yeah, because that solid black getup in the middle of the daytime in a desert is real obvious.
Yeah, FBI SWAT team just... Yeah, like you said, right.
Yeah. But I guess it doesn't matter when you have a big SWAT team van and you back into someone's house and just fling the fucking doors open and start shooting everybody on the inside.
Is that standard protocol for SWAT teams? Like, I thought they just like busted down the door. I didn't know they drove their vehicle through the...
I don't know. Like, what if you hit like a retaining wall or a stud? Or, a stud probably wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah.
What if you cave the house in, though? What if that's a load-bearing wall?
Not to like immediately critique the film, because I love this film. It's one of my favorite films.
Oh, yeah, me too.
But now that we're talking about it, initially they thought there were hostages in this house that they're going to raid. So
right.
They just drove their vehicle through the fucking front door.
Yeah, and no biggie. No biggie.
So they're in Chandler, Arizona, and they believe that there are hostages in this house. That does not turn out to be the case.
Right. Instead of being hostages in the house, there are more than 35 dead bodies stuffed in the walls.
Yeah.
No, wait, there were hostages, though, because there were, like, the guys in the shed outside, and he sees somebody's banging on there's, like, a trap door under the shed or whatever. That's got a padlock on it, and he's like, hey, I need some bolt cutters, and then it explodes.
Oh, was that where the hostages were?
I think so.
Huh, I didn't know that was implied, because... Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it was just, like, background chatter that I mistook for somebody being in the...
Yeah, I thought they were just in the shed, like, looking around. And
then he found it, and he's like, hey.
I need bolt cutters, and yeah.
There's probably 40 more dead bodies down here.
Yeah, right. So right off the bat, Emily Blunt, Kate, she nearly gets her fucking head blown off.
Yep.
And that's how they find these dead bodies.
Yeah.
There's a
shotgun hole in the drywall or whatever.
Yeah. So they, like Danny said, they lined the walls with dead bodies and then just put up drywall.
God, that place has got to smell so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I mean, and you can tell they're all outside fucking throwing up, which
right.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I would be doing the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you would just be in there, like, you've smelled a rotting thing before, right?
Yeah.
You would just know. You like drywall, you know, flex tape can't fix that.
No.
You would just be like, man, fucking smells like 50 corpses in here.
Just throwing a number out.
Wonder where they're at.
Oh shit! So yeah, afterwards, yeah, like you were saying earlier, the shed. They're searching the shed, local PD, and there's a bomb in there, and it goes off and fucking kills some people.
Yeah, you get a really convincing like practical effect severed arm laying on the ground. You know what I mean?
The cop crawling away with a huge gash in his head.
Oh yeah, they're kind of doing the Saving Private Ryan bit.
Oof.
It worked out good though. I mean, it looked fucking great.
Yeah, and
real quick, that was the whole first page of my notes.
Just that.
I do have 5 pages of it, but yeah, that was the whole first page.
Okay. You have anything else to add on that opening sequence?
Just, I mean, the cast is really well picked for this. Like,
very, yeah.
I cannot stress that enough. That this is like the perfect combination. Yeah, it's super well cast.
Yeah, that's why, like I said, it's one of my favorite movies.
In order to get Emily Blunt in with the rest of the cast, they take her to some like debriefing place or whatever, and she gets brought in the room with it's like a boys club and Casual Friday Josh Brolin, and they're like, hey, listen, you know, if you want to help us catch the people that are really responsible for this, you have to like ask to join our team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Ask us if you can join the team. Ask us now.
Do it.
Yeah. And what's it? Daniel
Kaluuya. I honestly don't know how to say his last name.
Daniel Kaluuya. They do not ask him.
Well, and there's a funny line by Josh Brolin's character. His name is Matt in this. He asks about Reggie, and he learns that Reggie is a lawyer. He said, I'm good. No lawyers on this train.
Right.
Like, we don't need that shit.
No. They probably don't. So she agrees to join the team. She gets on a plane. She gets to meet Benicio del Toro. His character's name is Alejandro, which Del Toro actually went through the script with Denis Villeneuve. Went through the script with him and had him remove up to 90% of his lines.
That's one of the things I just saw. Yeah,
he had him remove 90% of his lines to make him like more brooding, because it would be weird if you just meet him and he's like, "Oh yeah, the cartels killed my family and they cut my threw my daughter in acid and cut my wife's head off," and
just told you fucking literally everything.
Right? Yeah, which I've met people like that. You know,
right?
Hi, nice to meet you. Oh man, my divorce is getting messy. That you know what I mean? That kind of shit.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go over here now.
Right.
Yeah, no, I think it worked much better that they cut out so much of his dialogue. Oh, because
it makes his characters very poignant.
Yeah, exactly. So she thinks they're going to El Paso, which they do go to El Paso first.
The sauce.
The
salsa is that.
To basically recruit a spec ops team, and then they go to fucking Juarez. Yeah,
Juarez. Juarez is a nasty fucking place, man. And you know they give you like a big opening before they get there. And personally, I love to get out in nature. I love to go for a hike. I love foraging for wild edibles and stuff, and wildlife identification and plant identification. I love that stuff. But man, the desert looks like it really fucking sucks. Do you know what I mean? Like they show you a lot of desert and you're like, that's a shitty place. That seems real not cool.
I don't want to be there.
There's no shade there. It looks hot as balls.
I'm good.
Yeah, hard pass.
All right, so Kate's character isn't really given a lot of information about what they're doing, right?
No, but she is doing a fun mission.
It's going to be fun.
There's lots of cop cars and stuff, and Benicio del Toro tells Emily Blunt, "Welcome to Juarez," and there's just dead bodies strung upside down under an overpass.
Oh, man, yeah. When you see those, like, I think it's like 4 bodies, like one of them's missing a head, a couple of them missing limbs.
And there was I don't remember what I read, if they actually got in trouble or if somebody was just like displeased about them making this movie, because they're like, Juarez hasn't been like that since 2010. So 5 years prior,
Right.
there were just dead bodies hanging under your overpasses. That's fucking insane. That's insane.
Yeah.
Sounds like a real shitty place to be.
Yeah. Eventually she learns that they're basically going to Juarez to apprehend a cartel lieutenant, or is it Manuel? Or is that the brother?
It's either Manuel or Guillermo.
Right. I think it's Guillermo.
I don't know which one, but
Yeah.
they get him.
And everything's good.
Yeah.
Until.
So they're getting back to the the U.S. border.
Yeah.
And there's supposed to be a clean lane for them to haul ass through so they can be back on American soil. And, of course, that didn't happen. So now they're in a traffic jam, which makes for a really fucking badass, I don't even know what you call it, like a fucking traffic jam shootout.
Yeah. It's one of the best scenes in the movie.
It is, and they do such a good job of taking something that you've seen in other movies. It's certainly not the first shootout I've seen in Cars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not even fucking close. But it is so incredibly tense.
Oh, it's tense as fuck.
The entire time, and you got one radio dude who's like, everybody stay frosty. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I was like, wait, what does that mean?
Yeah, so they've got this sweet like traffic jam standoff shootout thing. It's incredibly tense. It's really fucking good.
And Emily Blunt, Kate, almost gets her fucking head blown off for a second time.
She does. Yeah.
She sees Policia, a Mexican special forces.
The Federales.
Yeah, from behind, because she stays in the car. She's freaked the fuck out.
Oh, yeah.
And she looks in the mirror and yeah, the dude almost fucking blows her head off.
Yep.
But she one-ups him, so
yeah,
she got to watch her back.
Quick fucking dodge and
Yep, exactly.
They get where they're going, and they've got Guillermo or whatever the other guy's name is. We're not sure who it is.
I think it's Guillermo.
Yeah, okay, so they got Guillermo. Emily Blunt isn't loving it.
No, she's not.
She's not. She's like, this is fucking illegal. You were out of jurisdiction. You can't do this shit. You guys are just going in there and fucking murdering people.
Yeah, she doesn't realize what she signed up for.
Right. Well, and Brolin talks about this several times. They allude to it several times. He just wants to walk in there and fucking kick the nest.
Yeah. He says at the beginning of the film something about dramatically overreacting or something like. Do you remember that? He's like, or she's like, what's our mission?
Oh, to dramatically overreact. Yeah.
And I love that line.
Yeah. He says it several times. He's like, if you catch them moving their money or all their guys are dead, so they got to travel, they got to go home and they got to do whatever. That's when they slip up and that's when they fucking make mistakes.
Yeah.
So you have to just irritate them into making a mistake is pretty much his goal.
Yeah.
So they just kind of go in there and fuck shit up and then roll out. So they get Guillermo and, Josh Brolin's trying to talk to him, and he's like, no hablo inglés. So Brolin's like, oh, you don't speak English. It's very convenient. I was like, well, I got a guy that's going to come in here and talk to you, and I'm pretty sure you'll talk to him. And it's Benicio del Toro.
Yeah.
And Benicio just comes in. He takes like a 5-gallon water jug. So I think it's implied he's going to waterboard the shit. Yeah, he's going to waterboard the shit out of that guy.
Which is incredibly illegal, right?
Yeah. So when he walks in the room, though, he sets down the water jug. And you don't see Del Toro's face, but he
this is a big power move.
I guess it's the biggest power move when you just walk up to a man and put your dick right in his face.
Parts the guy's legs and then just fucking
puts his balls on the guy's shoulder. Like if the guy doesn't avert his face, he's just going to have Benicio's dick touching his face. Well, I mean, through his pants, clearly. He's still got his pants on. Because he's classy.
It'd be a different movie if he didn't.
Right. It's called Sicario.
There it is. Now we're getting started.
Oh, yeah, man. That's just a lovely Latin fellatio film with some killing in it.
So after the interrogation, they get some good information outside Kate. Whoa.
Whew.
Hey-o.
Sorry, you brought me this lovely... peach
sour.
This lovely peach sour beer. Boy, it's super fucking sour. It's really good. What's it called? Pie Felicia.
Pie Felicia.
That's good stuff. Check it out if you're in the is this St. Louis Brewery.
Yeah, shout out to Modern Brewery in St. Louis.
Modern Brewery in St. Louis. This is a fine sour. Just whew, man.
I don't think it's what you were expecting.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. And I love a sour too.
Yeah, good stuff. They make a lot of good beer.
Anywho,
so outside after the interrogation, a soldier basically shows Kate. He takes her up on the roof and shows her what they just stirred up. Right?
Oh yeah, it's like look out there, and there's just fucking gunshots all over the city, fucking explosions and shit. She's like, oh my god.
And he's like, this is what happens when you cut the head off of a chicken.
Oh yeah, it just runs where it doesn't know. Like all the cops are in a totally different neighborhood.
Right.
Like the cops are just on the other side of the city, and there's fucking explosions and gunshots and all over the place, and they're just driving around in circles in a neighborhood where nothing's going on.
Yeah. After the interrogation scene, they head to Tucson. 2-hour drive.
Is this where they bust the bank lady?
No, that's a little bit later.
Okay.
They head to Tucson because the information that they got from the interrogation leads them to this tunnel. But they need to talk to border crossers to find out a little bit more information about its specific location.
Right.
So that's why they head to Tucson. They talk to big groups of, illegal immigrants to get more information, basically.
Right. And they're like, hey, you like it here? Want to stay? Just tell me where that tunnel's, that big guy.
Exactly.
Sicario. Scene 2. Show me where the tunnel is. Oh,
God damn
getting in that tunnel.
Oh, shit. Oh, Daniel.
Oh, fuck, I'm going to come. Yeah, so they talk to some illegals or illegal immigrants, and they're like, okay, we pretty much got a beat on the tunnel. And then it's the bank lady, right?
Yes, so they plan to fuck with Diaz's wallet, as Matt says, which will further lead to chaos.
Yeah.
They're looking to basically force Diaz back to Mexico.
Mm-hmm. What do they call the lady at the bank? They call her a
Smurf.
A Smurf, yeah. Just blonde lady, white handbag. She's going to make the deposit or the withdrawal or whatever it is.
So she deposits $9,000 daily. Mm-hmm. And I think anything over $10,000 can be traced.
Right.
So they're very smart about it. It even shows the amount of money that's in their account, which I think is like $17 million.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous amount of money. Not as much money as this movie made, but it's a lot of money.
Yeah, the Smurf. I thought that was interesting. I was like, what?
Yeah, I thought that was cool too. So they catch this lady, they fucking pretty much knock her on the ground and cuff her and just take her shit. They freeze all the accounts. And then Emily Blunt's like, let's go in and get fucking freeze them all and do this and talk to the bank manager and blah, 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 blah.
Get a real case built.
Yeah, build a real case.
That's what she wants to do. She wants to do everything by the book.
Yeah, and Brolin's like, don't go in the bank.
Don't go in the bank.
Don't go in the bank. And naturally, she goes in the bank.
And he's like, no, she's going to the fucking bank.
She's going in the fucking bank. She gets in there. It's because she doesn't get the bigger picture.
No, not at all.
That they're not there to build a case and put the fucking guy in jail. That's not what they're there to do, because then there'll just be another guy that does the same thing.
Yeah.
So they're trying to systematically take the whole thing down, which we'll get there. It's pretty badass.
It is.
But yeah, so she goes in the bank and she's not paying attention. She's kind of doing her own thing, and she's pissing Brolin off, but not enough for him to do anything dramatic. So Emily Blunt and her partner, they're going to a bar. They're having some good jabs at each other.
Yeah, they're blowing off steam.
The bar looks familiar. I wonder what other movies it's in. I forgot to look it up, but
I think that bar's in Potosi.
Is it? Bahama Jobs? Sicario.
Yeah, and we get to see our boy John Bernthal for the first time.
Oh yeah, and what's he doing?
He's dressing up like a cowboy.
He's dressing like, I buy you fellers, buy you guys around.
I'm gonna head back to that bar and I'm gonna buy y'all around.
You like that? That'd be all right. Would it sit right with you? Long story short, Emily Blunt hooks up with John Bernthal. Right. They're getting hot and heavy, and he's taking all the shit out of his pockets. He throws his shit on the coffee table, and she glances it, and he's got one of the like band's all the money that they confiscated from the Smurf at the bank.
Yep.
They all had a very distinct, rubber band.
It's just like the bracelets that people wear.
Yeah, little rubber bracelets, like breast cancer awareness or what have you.
Right.
And he's got one in his pocket.
Yep.
So she fucking flips out.
Yeah.
She gets off of him, grabs his fucking gun, and there's a scuffle there, and he's gonna kill her.
Yeah,
he's crying, and he's like, "You did this, as he's choking the life
choking
out of her.
Out, yeah. But luckily, her pal,
Alejandro. Is that a song? That's a song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alejandro.
He's following her essentially the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what's going on.
Woo.
And he stops.
Yeah, he just like casually strolls in.
I know, right? Like,
she's not even a big thing. He's like, she'll live long enough for me to act like a smooth badass. She's getting choked to death.
Yeah, he's so calm and collective about everything.
Yep.
And he finally saves her. And they interrogate. I think his name's Ted in this. Jon Bernthal.
Oh, okay, man.
Ted. That's a good.
Benicio del Toro is one of the smoothest motherfuckers.
Oh, dude.
In the have you ever seen The Hunt?
Yes.
Or The Hunted? It's The Hunted.
Yeah, it's The Hunted.
Yeah.
With him and
Tommy Lee Jones. Tommy Lee Jones of Ad Astra fame. Where he's trying to beat some alien cheeks.
Got to beat them cheeks.
Woo! Sicario 2. Neptune.
Featuring
Tommy Lee Jones. And big blue titties. Probably. So they're interrogating the dog shit out of Ted.
Yeah.
Great name, by the way.
Right.
For a cowboy. You know what I mean?
Ted the cowboy.
Howdy. You're just going to rustle up some ponies. Some call me Ted. Fucking no. If there's any cowboys out there listening that are named Ted, I'm sorry if that's offensive. It doesn't just seem like a very cowboy name. Josh Brolin, when you cut to not Josh Brolin, Jon Bernthal, when you cut to the like where they're interrogating him just in a cop car.
Yeah.
He has the dog shit beat out of him.
Oh yeah.
He's fucking covered in blood.
Alejandro fucks him up.
Yeah.
And just like almost mentally too. Like there at the end, he's like he fucking sticks his finger in his ear.
I didn't think about that. So they're trying to get information out of him, and he's not talking. So Benicio del Toro, Alejandro, grabs him by the ear and like acts like he's gonna rip his fucking ear off. Which I've always thought to myself, that can't be that hard to tear a man's ear off.
Man, that just made me cringe.
Yeah, make your butthole pucker up a little bit. Yeah, getting your ear ripped off. Oof. He talks a little bit, and then he starts refusing to talk. So Benicio del Toro sticks his finger in his ear and is like pushing it. I guess he's trying to like push his finger into his brain or something. Because he looks like he's getting hot pokers shoved in the end of his fingers. You know what I mean? He's like, ah.
He's not having a good time.
So he's like, I'll tell him. And he turns to Benicio del Toro. He's like, fuck you. And just cusses him out. Because he's getting like a bloody wet willy or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty comical.
I feel like this was probably a really fun role for Bernthal because he's not in it for a while. You know, he's in it for what? 10 minutes?
Yeah, maybe.
He doesn't have to do a whole lot. Still a good performance by him.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like it was probably really fun to get to work with Benicio and Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
So what did they get from Jon Bernthal? Do you remember?
Whatever they were wanting.
Whatever they need, baby.
Yeah, it was pretty much like who paid you and how much did they pay you and how did they pay you and who approached you, like that kind of shit.
Yeah, because he works for the cartel.
Right.
I don't think we said that, but
yeah,
it's implied.
Yeah, so I mean, after that they get whatever they want out of Bernthal or Ted. Tim. Tim's kind of a cowboy name, not Ted though.
Yeah, they should have went with Tim.
Yeah, went with Tim.
Should have been a cowboy.
I should have learned to rope and ride. Learn my 6 shoes. That's a story for a different day. Riding my pony on a cattle drive.
Just sing the whole fucking song, dude.
Just like Gene and Roy.
Singing those
Campfire songs. Oh, I should have been a cowboy. It's the only country song we both know in tandem.
Oh, that's not true.
No, that's not even close to true. We live in rural Missouri.
Okay.
Let's see here. So after that, they're gonna go breach the tunnel, Sicario 2, Tunnel of Love. They're going to get in the tunnel, and they've got like fucking night vision goggles and like the heat infrared, the way that's shot. I really fucking like that scene. I thought it looked great. And they didn't do that in post. That's actually, they shot it thermal vision with a FLR SC8300 camera. So that wasn't an effect. They actually shot it with a thermal camera.
Oh, dude, that's badass.
That is pretty badass.
That.
Yeah. So that wasn't edited in post at all. They just got that camera to do it.
That's fucking cool, man.
Yeah, because that scene looks amazing.
And it does. So there are a couple things that I want to point out here.
Okay.
So we have the Spec Ops team. They're gearing up.
Stands for Special Operations.
Thanks, Danny.
I knew that. No big deal.
Behind them gearing up is just an amazing sunset.
Yeah,
and
yeah. I wrote something about that too. Oh yeah, when they're all walking in, there's like this. They're all silhouettes on that fucking sunset scene.
So basically, you see the sunset as they're gearing up, and then they start walking, and they basically disappear into the landscape, right? Mm-hmm. Below the sunset. And I thought that was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Just a great shot.
Yeah, it fucking is really, really. Somebody's like, oh, look, where they're doing it on the day. Like, check out that sunset. Let's just, hey, put the cameras over here. You guys walk that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think they did that in post. I think that was just like oh, shit. Going dark. Going dark. Everybody stay frosty.
That's stay frosty. That same sequence, one of my favorite shots in the whole film. One of the soldiers is heading into the tunnel, and he's got his knife drawn.
Yeah, because it's all close quarters.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
He's got his knife drawn, and you can see the sun's went down by now, but you can still see this dark shade of blue. Oh, yeah. Behind him, and all you see is the knife in his hand. Mm-hmm. Oh,
yeah, it's fucking gangster looking, and that's smart, man. Like tactically speaking, for close quarters like that. Yeah, he's got his fucking machine gun or whatever like hipped.
Yeah,
and he's got his fucking knife out.
Just like, that dude's a badass. He's the bald head guy, or he's not completely bald. He's like got the cul-de-sac going on, kind of. But he was a fucking badass because he tells Kate and Reggie before they go down, don't shoot my fucking team. Stay in the back. Safety's on. Like, that dude is fucking...
Don't shoot my fucking team. That whole bit was fucking great.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt takes a wrong turn in the tunnel.
Yeah.
And catches Benicio del Toro. He's like hijacking this guy. He's like making him drive.
So this guy, he actually has a side story throughout the film.
Right.
It's not...
He's just a dirty cop, right?
Yeah, he's just a dirty cop. It's not crazy important, but it does line up at the end of the film. Alejandro comes across the dirty cop.
Ew.
Take a shower.
Just right across him. Just slinging ropes.
God damn it.
All right, anyway, this is not a porn, I promise.
He basically forces this cop to... Yeah, he forces him to drive.
Take him to El Jefe.
Take him to the El Jefe.
Yep. And he sees some other guy that's important. He's like, pull him over.
Well, this is Manuel.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. So this is who they're going after.
Lin-Manuel Miranda?
Yes.
From whatever musical that is that's really popular. All I remember is his name because it's a weird name. Lin-Manuel Miranda.
It's exactly who it is.
Yeah, okay.
So they've basically forced Manuel to go back to Mexico, revealing his boss's location.
Yep, with Benicio riding in the back seat.
Yep.
Keeping a gun trained on the back of his dome.
Yeah. And they pull Manuel over. Benicio fucking kills old boy.
Dude,
Silvio, I believe was his name. I guess he
like shoots the guy as he's pulling in and like ducks and rolls out of the back seat or something. Because
at the mansion?
The guards come up and they're like, hey,
yeah. So while he's forcing Manuel to drive up to the mansion, he slices his throat.
Oh yeah, so he's bleeding. That's
so he's bleeding out, but the car is still inching forward,
rolling in.
and they're like,
What's up with this car? Oh, hey, it's got that dude in it that we know, and he's dead.
He's
and
fucking dead.
Benicio del Toro,
Boom, boom, boom.
Bop, bop, bop.
Oh, man, he's a badass.
He's so gangster, man. So he gets where he's going. He gets to El Jefe's house. He's at the dinner table with his wife and his 2 kids.
Yeah.
And he just kind of comes in and sits down at the dinner table. You know, just like he's got his pistol and silencer.
Yeah, he's got his silencer
and
out.
he is smooth as fuck.
He's so fucking smooth. Because, I mean, he takes out all the guards, and he is listening to one of the members from the Spec Ops team, and they're telling him, you know, how many people are in the house. And he realizes that
it's just them.
It's just them and the maid.
Right.
Because he sees the maid.
Yeah. So he sees the maid, and he just like kind of like looks at her like, don't fucking be stupid.
Just get out of here.
Yeah, just fucking leave.
Yeah.
Maybe take some money on your way out. I would.
Take something. Like,
she'll like take one of those pillars in the foyer. You know what I mean? Fucking this dude's house is beyond immaculate.
Yeah. So he sits down and he urges them, no, finish your dinner.
Oh no, please finish your meal.
While I'm
and
pointing
he's
this gun at you.
Yeah, and old Jefe, he tells the kids, he's like, eat. You know, and the kids are like just barely, just like get like one grain of rice on their fork. He's like, oh God.
The tiniest little piece of chicken.
Yeah. And old El Jefe is trying to talk him out of it. He's like, listen, man. He's like, you know, we killed your wife. It wasn't personal. And then he's like, what's weird? It was personal.
For me.
It was personal for me.
Yeah.
When you know, cut my wife's head off and threw my daughter in a vat of acid. It's pretty personal. Pretty personal stuff. So then ice cold in like a split second.
Yeah.
Pop, pop, pop. He kills
the wife first.
And both of the kids.
And then both of the kids.
Yeah. And then El Jefe's still sitting there. He's like, no, finish your dinner. We got time. And he's like just standing there looking at him like, he just wants to let it soak in for a second that I just have taken everything from you and you're about to die.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't let him finish his dinner, which I thought was weird because he's like, no, go ahead, finish your meal. Bang, 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 bang. And then he doesn't let him finish his meal. He just kills. He probably gets a little excited.
Yeah. I mean, this is something that he's worked towards probably for a while, though.
And then, you know, you can tell it's a couple of days later. Alejandro comes and kind of makes like an apologetic gesture to Emily Blunt because when she interrupted him kidnapping that guy, he shot her.
Yeah.
But she had a flak jacket on, so
she was fine.
She's fine. Yeah.
He
pops her and he's like, don't you ever point a gun at me again. But he tells her previously in the movie, oh, you remind me of my daughter, or you know what have you. He just likes her.
Yeah.
He wants her to sign a paper saying that everything that they did was perfectly legal and on the up and up. And she's like, no. And then he really insists by telling her that it's suicide if you don't sign it because I am in your house. And I will murder you.
Yeah.
And sign the fucking paper.
He forces a gun upon her neck.
Right. Did she actually sign it or not?
She did.
Okay, I was taking notes feverishly. Yeah, so she signs it and she like he's leaving. You won't. He's like, you're not cut out for this shit. You're not a wolf or whatever.
He tells her, you know, essentially to just leave. Yeah. He says, you will not survive here. This is a land of wolves.
Yeah, and you're not a wolf.
And you're not a wolf.
He's leaving. He walks out. She runs out on the balcony and like points a gun at him. And he just turns around like broadside and stares at her. He's like,
you're not going to do it.
Fucking pussy.
He
could have killed her a ton of times.
So many times.
And then the movie kind of wraps up. You get a nice little scene at the end there where there's a bunch of kids playing soccer.
It's the wife and the son of the dirty cop. That's who that is.
Right. Yeah. And there's a gunshot not too far away and they all kind of stop for a second. And then they go right back to playing soccer. And that's, you get your roll credits because Juarez is still a shithole, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is present day or not.
From 2015. 2015.
I'm going to look it up real quick. Okay, so I just typed, is Juarez? My Google results are, is Juarez safe? Is Juarez dangerous? Is Juarez, Mexico dangerous? Is Juarez, Mexico safe? So we're just going to see here. Massive purges of corrupt officials took place as well as a direct and decisive actions by the federal government to catch and imprison high-level criminals by bringing the Mexican army into the city. Juarez is safe. It is safer than many U.S. cities, especially for tourists.
Really?
That's fucking awesome.
Wow.
That's awesome, because in 2010, they had dead bodies hanging under the overpasses kind of shit.
Yeah.
So that's great.
I guess a lot can change in 10 years.
I would assume so.
Not here.
No, not here. There's actually a sign on the road that I live on that says caution horse-drawn vehicles. So we're moving at a much slower pace in this area of the Midwest. This was a fucking great movie.
Yeah.
I originally had never seen it. I get a little burnout on the like military shoot 'em up stuff.
Yeah.
I was real heavy into it for a while, and then just the whole genre. I felt like, you'd seen 5 or 6 of them. You've seen them all.
There were a lot.
Yeah.
The market was flooded.
It was like when everybody got tired of disaster movies, you know, like your Twisters, your Armageddons, your
Day After Tomorrow. Or
day
whatever.
after next Tuesday.
The next Thanksgiving.
Yep. Then it was like, okay, well, let's do military like Spec Ops, which stands for Special Operations.
Special Operations.
Let's do some Spec Ops fucking movies. Give me a Tom Clancy, a Rainbow Six. Stay frosty. It's just a whole bunch of that, like Frosty the Snowman going dark.
Solid.
You got one top left. I don't know how to make a silencer.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
Pew, pew.
the classic.
Bang! Pew, pew. Yeah, it's good stuff. I thought this whole movie it's so beautifully shot.
Oh god, it's so
and
good.
kind of haunting at the same time.
Yeah, and the music, I think I made a note about that. I just didn't mention it. The music is very...
The score's on point.
Yeah. It's very tense, a little unsettling. And there's not a whole lot to it, but what we do here, it fits the movie so well.
Yeah, it's really fucking tense in all the right spots. And it's still got a little bit of a humor to it. Because you've got like Josh Brolin wearing his flip-flops, just being like...
He's so casual, man.
Yeah, he sure is. He's watching Benicio del Toro torture a man, just wearing like fucking cargo shorts. You know what I mean? He like looks like your dad going to mow the grass or whatever.
I have to give a shout out to the cinematographer Roger Deakins and some of the other work that he's done. Blade Runner 2049, Skyfall, which I haven't seen. I hear it's good.
I haven't seen Skyfall.
Fargo.
Just the personal opinion out there. Skyfall, is that 007?
Yeah.
I hate Daniel Craig as James Bond. I like Daniel Craig and I like James Bond. I don't like Daniel Craig as James Bond because I can tell that he's sick of doing it.
Oh, for sure.
He's so done with it, man.
Yeah.
He's so done with it. Well, the next one that he's in is his last one and his contract's up.
Right.
So I think he's really excited to not be James Bond anymore.
I'm sure. Yeah.
The tightest suits.
That's the look.
I guess because they have
You remember when suits weren't tight, when they were incredibly loose?
Yeah.
And it was just...
Well, for Daniel, a little fun fact for you about the I don't know which movie it is, one of the recent James Bond movies. Daniel Craig, all the suits that he wears in that movie, they have 2 suits. One of them is for scenes when he is standing.
Really?
And then they have another one for if he has to like sit or run or
crouch
or anything because it's so tight that he'll rip the shit out of it.
That is amazing.
Isn't that fucking sound like such a pain in the ass?
The wardrobe.
Oh my God. That sounds like a nightmare to have to do that professionally. Be like,
hey, can you put on this suit now?
Hey, now can you put on this suit? Okay, well, I don't know if you're going to stand up, but we got to put the stand-up suit on. It's just a lot tighter. Please don't breathe.
You're laying down. Can you stand up?
You're going to tear it. It's Armani. Could you not?
Could you not?
Yeah, no, that I fucking really like this movie though. I like it a lot. As far as action, what did I say it was? Action thrillers go.
Yeah.
Man, it's got to be like my top 5 all-time favorite action thrillers.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably so.
Nice. Yeah, like I said earlier, I love this movie. It's one of my all-time favorite films. I personally give this movie 10 thumbs.
You going 10, huh?
10 thumbs.
Very nice. I'm going to go 5. Not 5.
I was like,
sorry,
what?
I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. I'm going to go 9 thumbs.
Okay.
Because I do have, I got like, I got a problem with that very first opening scene, but I can't find a problem with the rest of this movie. It's shot great. It's not overly gory. It leaves just enough to the imagination. It shows instead of tells. It tells you when it has to.
Yeah.
There's not unnecessary shit in the movie.
No,
and there's
I
like
don't think so.
nice little moments where Emily Blunt and Daniel Kaluuya when they're at the bar, they're kind of razzing each other. He's like, God, your eyebrows look fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Pluck those fucking things. They look like 2 caterpillars on your face. You smell like shit. When's the last time you took a shower? He's just fucking beating her up.
Yeah.
He's like, girl,
you need a new bra.
You need a new bra. You need a new bra. You got to do something with them titties. You fucking look like shit. He's just giving her a hard time, so because she looks sad and kind of gross.
Well, she goes through a lot of fucking shit in this movie, you know?
Yeah.
And I think a little bit is...
She's constantly conflicted because what she's doing now goes against everything that she learned her entire career as far as how the American justice system works.
Right.
Which, again, this is a work of fiction, so you can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
God, it's a really fucking good movie.
It's a really, yeah.
Yeah.
If
I'm going to go 9.5.
9.5?
I'm going to go 9.5 thumbs.
Cool.
I like Benicio del Toro in anything. This is one of my favorite films with Josh Brolin in it.
Yeah.
He's endlessly
Fantastic.
Entertaining.
Yeah.
And he's equally as entertaining in the sequel.
And he's, I don't know, he's got that good comedic...
I thought you were going to say dick.
He's got the good D, too.
He's got that good dick.
Sicario 5.
Sicario 5.
Sicario, sorry.
Yeah, Sicario 5.
So anyways,
Good
if you're
dick.
listening, fucking watch this movie. There's some stuff we didn't cover, but that's fine.
If you listen to all this and you feel like you don't need to watch the movie, you can still watch it. It's fucking really entertaining.
Yeah.
The whole movie is worth watching for like the thermal vision scene, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like you watch the whole movie for that scene because it looks so cool. Like you're immediately on the edge of your seat. It feels like there's stakes, even though you're just watching a movie and you know that all of the main characters survive. I had already seen this movie, but I caught myself like on the edge of my seat, like eyes wide open, just
what's gonna happen?
Bated breath, waiting for shit to go down.
Yeah.
Just a really fun movie. Benicio del Toro's ice cold. Yeah, it was great. Yeah. I like it a lot. As for liking it a lot, probably about all the liking it a lot I'm going to be doing this evening.
As we move to something that's probably going to suck.
We're heading into bad country. What's the movie we're watching?
This Means War, I think.
This Means War. I don't have any information about it in front of me. It looks fucking awful, though.
Yeah, I watched the trailer earlier, and it got no reaction from me.
Great.
So
cool.
We'll get a little information. For the top, and we're gonna have some drinks.
Yeah,
we're gonna probably have a lot of drinks because
I think I am. I think I'm probably about that time.
Yeah,
I think I'm ready to tie
this seems like one of those films that's gonna be really fun to make fun of, though.
Yeah, which I'm down for. Who's in it? It's got
that's the thing. It's got
fucking
Chris Pine.
Yeah, Chris Pine. Yeah, and Guy McFace. Yeah. You know Guy McFace from many things as Sicario 7. Tom Hardy, Chris Pine, Reese Witherspoon. Those are the top bill. It's also got Chelsea Handler, Till Schweiger, Abigail Spencer, and Angela Bassett. This is a 2012 action comedy. And believe me, it looks like a fucking hilarious attempt at a comedy. It's got a 26 on Rotten Tomatoes, 31 on Metacritic, and a 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb. Holy shit, it made a lot of money in the box office.
Yeah, it did. I was looking at that.
We'll come back. It's because it's got Tom Hardy and Chris Pine and Reese Witherspoon. Which, by the way, I've never been crazy about Reese Witherspoon.
I can't stand Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, she's not a terrible actress. I don't know.
I think she is.
She seems real smug.
Yeah.
And maybe she's not. Maybe she's a very humble person. Or maybe it's just the movies that I've seen her in. Maybe she's a phenomenal actor and she's supposed to not be likable. But I don't really care for her. So we're going to go watch this piece of shit and have a couple of drinks. And we'll come back and talk to you here in a few minutes. Here's a word from our sponsors. Did you know that there are ties to aluminum and Alzheimer's? That's right. Aluminum entering the bloodstream may have a significant impact on early onset Alzheimer's. Are there significant studies in regards to deodorants that use aluminum? No, but there is one deodorant and antiperspirant out there that goes the extra mile for you. Old Blue. Old Blue uses 14 times the amount of aluminum other companies do. Is it toxic? Maybe, maybe not.
Wow, Travis, you smell really good today. Is that a new cologne?
No, it's just my new deodorant.
Really? I should get some for my husband. What's it called?
Oh yeah, it's called Hi, I'm Travis. Bills piling up, stressing you out? Embarrassing moments keeping you awake at night? Want to forget that awkward fart in that boardroom meeting? Don't we all? I used to stress out about things I'd said and done in the past, but now I don't deodorize to smell nice. I deodorize to forget. Smelling nice is just a bonus. Old Blue. Deodorize to forget. Now in 5 great scents. Or is it 4? Is it there 5? I'm fairly certain there's 5. Check out Old Blue aluminum deodorant and antiperspirant.com and enter code 2movies to get it does something. It escapes me. So we just got done watching This Means War, which is a 2012 action comedy, and for being from 2012, it is the most 90s thing I've seen in a long time. And I just watched Shooting Gallery. This is about Chris Pine and Tom Hardy. They're CIA agents, and they both meet Reese Witherspoon, and they are smitten.
Well, they're best friends, you know.
They're BFFs.
I thought they were brothers at first. I'm not gonna lie.
Thought they were a couple after the first couple of scenes.
Yeah, but Tom Hardy has, I guess that's his actual voice.
Isn't it?
Governor.
Listen, mate, got a whole lot of driving on the wrong side of the road, innit? So you got 2 guys in the CIA. They both are falling for Reese
Witherspoon.
Reese Wrinklespoon. It's not good. I had fun.
This movie?
I had fun watching it though. You ever seen a movie where it's like 2 guys and they meet a girl and they're like, "No, I want to date her. No, I'm gonna date her."
Yeah, I've seen 12 of those movies.
Care to make a wager? It's that. It's that with like a little bit of guns.
Yeah. And
all right, and that's going to be it for us. Special thanks to
that bit. Yeah, we could end it here.
We watched like 10 minutes of this movie, and we're like, okay, so this whole movie is going to wind up blah 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 blah.
We got a lot of it right.
Nailed it. Yeah, like 90%.
Yeah. We were off on the ending.
A little bit, yeah. I thought she was going to go with Tom Hardy because he's brokenhearted dad with his ex-wife. Okay. But he just gets back together with his ex-wife.
All right, I guess we're done.
That's the show.
I just want to say, first and foremost about this movie, it's really fucking creepy.
It is pretty creepy.
The whole movie is almost a little date rapey.
Pretty. Can you give me an example?
They basically use the CIA to creep on her the whole movie. Yeah,
they do everything but get a little tiny drone to come sniff her panties.
It's fucking creepy.
Yeah, they break into her house and shit, and
they break into her house, both of them, to find. I don't know, why did they break? Do you remember why they broke into her house?
Just trying to
know her, or like figure her out, I guess.
Yeah, instead of
learn things about her,
talking to her like a person,
like a human being.
You could just go, "Hey, what kind of stuff do you like?"
Fuck that! I'm gonna go find out for myself. I'm gonna bug your
house. We'll put some cameras in there. We'll get a little drone action going on. I tell you, there is one thing I liked about this movie was the pacing.
Because it didn't take very long to watch?
Because it didn't take very long to watch, exactly. It was like, I sat down to take a bunch of notes about the movie, and I mean, you press play, and this movie is fucking off to the races. Like, it's for you to sit down and watch it. It's go, 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 go. There's not dead space. It's paced really, really fast, which is good, because it's not interesting or original.
I think it has to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To make it a film.
There were some funny bits and a couple of funny lines in it.
There were a few funny bits.
The comedy wasn't terrible. Chelsea Handler is like also an alcoholic in it.
I did not like Chelsea Handler in this.
I'm not a huge Chelsea Handler fan.
I think she's a funny person. Like, sometimes I think she's funny. I don't know.
Yeah, she's kind of hit or miss for me.
But in this film, I don't think she's a great actress.
Much like that song.
If someone can find out how many times that song appears in
movies, it's in a ton of them.
I wish I wrote that song.
I know it's in Horrible Bosses, and it's placed better in Horrible Bosses than it is in this, for sure.
Yeah.
I actually like Horrible Bosses. I thought it was a pretty funny
film.
movie.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that instead of this?
You want to go watch Horrible Bosses?
I mean, yeah,
okay, so another thing that, going back to the creepiness of this film, well, I mean, just again, like Chris Pine uses the CIA database to find Lauren, like to find her information. He also he essentially forces a date on her. Yeah, like the first date. Well, he forces her to like go on a date. Yeah, and it's just
he does. And then he kind of verbally assaults her, and then so she can make her ex-boyfriend jealous, who happens to be walking down the street.
She runs into her ex-boyfriend a lot.
Yeah, because they're in Los Angeles. That's a big... I mean, look, I'm not positive because I live in the Midwest in Missouri, a very small town. If I were to go to the gas station and bump into someone I know, he'd be like, "Oh, whoa, what do you? I guess they'll let anybody in here." But it still would be like, "Oh, get home, and be like, hey, guess who I ran into?" Blah blah blah. In Los Angeles, you're not fucking running into anybody in Los Angeles. Although we did go on vacation to Gatlinburg and ran into a person we went to high school with, which was real weird.
I think you told me about this. Yeah.
So you've got Reese Witherspoon. She's got her. She's a busy, hard-nosed lady who just doesn't have time for a man in her busy corporate job where she does product reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's her job. Is she just reviews products.
She tests them.
Yeah,
and then
she
reviews
tests them to see which one's better. You know, take a blowtorch to a bunch of frying pans, kind of shit. She does that. She's friends with Chelsea Handler. Chelsea Handler's like, "Girl, you got to get you a man." So she does an online dating profile. That's how she meets Tom Hardy, because Tom Hardy's looking for the one. He's a softie. And then you've got Chris Pine, who has the bluest eyes, and he's just a playboy.
He's a womanizer.
Yeah, he's a womanizer. Yeah. Chris Pine bumps into her after she goes on a date with Tom Hardy, and they kind of flirt, and he forces her into a date, which is where we were just at. Yeah, they both find out that they're interested in the same girl, and then the games are on. It's an hour of like kind of creepy, rapey surveillance sort of stuff.
Yep.
And then about 15 minutes of action at the end. Like, I don't understand why it's an action movie.
Because they're in the CIA. And Danny, CIA best friends do this kind of shit all the time.
Do they? Is it like a spec? Is it like a spec ops, like a special operations?
Special operate.
How you like me now?
If you weren't aware, spec ops means special operations. A little bit of lingo for the uneducated there.
Yeah, because if you don't know, now you know, friend.
Friendo.
You've seen a dozen movies like this already. It's nothing special.
It's the same movie.
I'm pretty sure Reese Witherspoon stars in 4 of these. That's the same thing. It's like 2 guys are, gonna get that girl. Not before I do. She's gonna fall in love with me because I'm super smooth.
But we're best friends.
And then they're not best friends.
Then we're not gonna be best friends.
Then they have a fight, and then there's danger.
But
and now they're still best friends again.
We're going to be best friends again.
Because they're spies and they really got each other's back. You know, if I would have taken a bunch of notes about this, I'm not sure I would have much more to say about it. Oh, I did spot Derek Waters. You don't even get to see Derek Waters' face in this. I got to tell you how impressive this is for me.
This was very impressive.
Yeah. So you don't even get a look at the dude's face. It's just like... You see like his cheeks and his beard and like maybe a bit of his brow. And I'm like, is that Macon Blair? Because Macon Blair looks a whole lot like Derek. You're like, that's Derek Waters.
The valet.
Yeah. He brought them the Jeep Wrangler.
Oh, coming in 2022.
It's a Jeep.
It's gonna be. You're gonna wrangle it.
You gotta wrangle it.
Coming in Jeep Wrangler.
If you're wearing Wranglers, brought to you by Wrangler Jeep. The all new
Wrangler Jean Jeep.
Can't bust it.
What about a Jeep that
it's denim?
It's denim
instead of. Okay, all right. I think we're onto something here. Yeah. All right, so a Jeep that's denim instead of like paint job or whatever. So the more you drive it, it gets like weathered, you know, it gets like the holes in it and shit. So it makes it look real cool. And then old men are like, "You got holes in that denim."
That's not how we used to buy them.
Yeah, we'd buy them brand new. I can't believe you pay that much for jeans with holes in them. Hooey, doggy.
So is it like the actual, is it actual denim or is it just like denim design?
Oh, shit, that's a good question. Well, actual denim is not practical at all. Maybe just the interior is denim.
I just picture somebody like, like you know, an enemy, a foe, just like trying to key the actual denim.
Just like, God. I just take a pocket knife and start cutting it, like cutting acid wash, just throw bleach on it and shit so it all gets eaten away. Oh my God, dude, a Jeep Wrangler with interior made out of Wranglers. It would be like, just make it out of like the butt of jeans. So there's like pockets all over the place. You know what I mean? You can put shit in all the pockets.
Is the gas tank like the opening,
God.
like a pocket, but like
it's got to be a zipper.
A zipper.
Yeah,
you like
unzip
zip it down to fill up your gas.
Yep, that's it. Or like it's got a little belt and you have to undo the belt to get to the button in the zipper to like put the gas in it.
Oh
man.
We got to email.
Call me Wrangler.
We got to email Jeep about
or
this.
Jeep.
Or Jeep.
Wrangler or Jeep. We'll do a little, you know, that's what we do. We're making connections here. There was a bit where they're spying on her because they're fucking creeps. And his buddy Chris Pine banged Reese Witherspoon, and the guy is talking to Tom Hardy about it. And he's like, well, Agent Chris Pine entered the premises. And then you turn to me and you go, and then he entered the premises, if you know what I mean. And then that's exactly what the guy said.
That's exactly what he said. If you watch this movie, you are going to call, I think, like we said earlier, like 90% of these bits.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to know exactly what happens. Also, Chris Pine's name is FDR. I thought that was, I mean, that's not his name.
No, his name is Franklin Delano Roosevelt, I guess.
It's exactly what it is. Franklin Foster.
So this movie made just short of $100 million. Cost $65 million to make and pulled in $156.5 million at the box office. If you're a movie producer and you just want to make money and you want to give me $65 million to make a movie, I could have made this piece of shit.
Yeah.
This is just a ripoff. Like, it could have made a funnier, like a more fun movie. Give me an extra $1 million, like make them go to like Kuwait or something in the middle of the movie. And where they're like fighting off a sniper or something, and he almost lets his buddy get shot in the head, but not really, because this means war. And none of them said this means war, which I was like waiting for it any second. Like somebody's going to say the name of the movie in this because...
Oh, they didn't, I guess?
I
don't think they did.
I kind of checked out for half of it. It was just... I don't know. It's real cliche. There's nothing interesting about it.
No, it's... do you know who directed this?
No.
He just goes by. This is what he goes by.
Okay.
McG. That's it.
Oh, McG? Yeah, I've heard of him. What other pieces of shit does he do?
He does Charlie's Angels Full Throttle, or he did, which was probably a piece of shit. I never watched it. He
did the new Addams Family. Oh, he did Addams Family Values, Addams Family Reunion, Frankenweenie, Sausage Party? That's weird. No, this is People Also Search For. Excuse me. Like, I didn't know he did Sausage Party. I thought the movie was fucking twisted.
Yeah, he's done a lot of
subpar bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, he did Terminator Salvation.
Oh, that was not a good one.
No, never watched it.
Wait, is that the newest one? No.
The newest one's from 2009.
Yeah, the newest one wasn't too bad.
Really?
Yeah. The I don't know what it's called. Like, I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, the new Terminator's not all that bad.
It took 4 people to write the story for This Means War, by the way.
Why? You could just be like, hey, that type of movie where it's 2 guys and 1 gal, and then but they're government agents.
Mm-hmm.
And I could have wrote this in an afternoon. There is some good timely comedy in it. It is paced well. The cutscenes are not great. The cinematography is not bad.
Yeah.
It looks like
the special effects. I thought a lot of the special effects were pretty bad.
Yeah, the special effects are not great. The actual cinematography itself, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's what you would get in a
Serviceable.
movie where like you're a government agent, but well, it's kind of zany. Whoa. There's a bit where they're in competition, for Reese Witherspoon. Why, I have no idea. And they're throwing paper balls in a wastebasket, and they're just like quick firing. They throw like 16 paper balls in this wastebasket, but they're not crumpling paper. They just have a lap full of paper balls. I don't know. It's bizarre.
Do you think those were like extra scripts for the movie?
Could have been. I feel like a lot of this, they just did it on the day.
Yeah, it's like the day of.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know. What should you say there? Hey, take it back and say this.
Because that's funny.
That's good. Yeah.
So in the beginning here, like one of the first things I wrote, Reese Witherspoon is trying to do the Amy Poehler.
Yeah.
Like that's what she's going for, I guess. Or maybe someone was like, hey, go for this.
You seen Parks and Rec?
But you can't because you're Reese Witherspoon.
Right. Oh, Weiss Wrinklespoon.
Weiss
Wrinklespoon.
Wreath Winkle.
Poon.
Got her
good. Just kidding. She's gonna just gonna take a bath in money later. So it's fine. She's not. It's not gonna hurt her feelings. I promise.
All right. So we missed the mark on how this would end.
Yeah, I really thought she was gonna wind up hooking up with Tom Hardy because he's like charming and caring.
Yeah.
And Chris
Softy.
Pine's just kind of a womanizer.
Yeah. A piece of shit.
Yeah. And a creep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she ends up with Chris Pine, and Tom Hardy he re-meets his wife.
Uh-huh.
And I guess teaches his son how to
karate. So he breaks that kid's arm. Yeah. It's real dumb. So, what do you want to do to punch this thing up? I would say to make it a profitable film, but it's already fucking ridiculously profitable. This must have come out on like a Valentine's Day.
Either.
What month did it come out? It's February. I got $100 on February.
You think?
I think.
2012. Let's see.
Is it February?
My man.
Is it? Fucking knew it.
February 17th.
You cash grabbing sons of bitches. You listen to me, Hollywood. I fucking know what you're doing because you're not very discreet about it. You're just like, hey, look at this.
And lately, you're not very good at it either.
You want to see this? Oh, they're just kind of phoning it in.
God damn, dudes. $65 million budget. I know we already said this, but
yeah, it's wild.
Box office, $156 million.
You know why? Because everybody wants to get some pussy. So they take their date there on Valentine's Day to watch a movie that is kind of a romance. Hey, baby, you like Reese Witherspoon, right? And then they're like, yeah, but it's got fucking Tom Hardy and Chris Pine, and they both got sweet asses. So I don't know, man. It's fucking dumb. It's a cash grab, and it worked.
How do you think?
It worked clearly.
Yeah.
$100 million. Get the fuck out of here.
How do you think? Because everyone in this film belongs in this film, except for, in my opinion, Tom Hardy.
Yeah, he did kind of feel like an odd duck out. I would replace Reese Witherspoon just because I'm not crazy about Reese Witherspoon.
I'm just saying, like, how do you think that Tom Hardy got roped into this? You know what I mean? Was it a favor?
Well, it's 2012. What movie did he come off of making? Oh God! Tell me it wasn't Batman.
Oh fuck! I think it might have been. Hang on.
God, well, anything's a step up from that. They're like, hey, listen, Tom.
No, it was. Oh, wait a minute.
Tom, we got to do something about your image. Everybody hated Bane.
It was before.
Oh, it was before
Just
he did
right
Bane?
before.
God, I wonder if they saw that and went, that's the guy we need for Bane. Only make him sound like a baby. I was born molded by the Batman.
But I mean, he does films such as Inception, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
Never seen that one.
I haven't seen it, but I mean, it's got.
I really liked him in The Revenant.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, before.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm saying before This Means War.
That Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. That's
Stinker Tailor.
Stinky Tater. That's like kind of a war shoot 'em up kind of deal, right?
Yeah, it's Cold War.
Yeah, because he's a tinker and a tailor, But then they're like, hey, you're going to be a soldier. Surprise. We need you to spy.
Let's see. But he also did Warrior right before this film. Did you ever watch Warrior?
Warrior. You got a picture there? Let's have a look.
Boxing film?
No. Oh, Joel Edgerton. I like him. Hey, real quick, real fast correction.
Yep.
Till Schweiger, whom I said earlier was one of the big German guys in Beerfest.
Totally not that guy.
No, definitely not that guy. It's Hugo Stiglitz from Inglourious Bastards. They kind of favor each other, though. You know, Google them. You could mistake them. It's not that big of a deal. Listen, I pulled fucking Derek Waters out of my ass in like a half a microsecond.
I'm still impressed.
Dude, although I did think it was Macon Blair. But again, Macon Blair and Derek Waters also kind of look alike.
They do.
They just look like sad, sweet little boys with beards.
With beards.
Yeah.
Got to have the beards.
Yeah, Macon Blair's the other Derek Waters.
All right. So you said you would replace Reese Witherspoon?
Yeah, I'm going to replace Reese Ritherspoon.
Reese Ritherspoon.
Reese Ritherspoon. I'm going to make a drink.
Do it to it? Yeah, you're welcome. I feel like we're doing a terrible job at explaining this movie.
I don't feel like you need to because it's kind of one note. But if I could replace Reese Ritherspoon for the budget of this, you could get anybody you want. I get like a Scarlett Johansson or somebody that's actually a little more
someone that's actually funny. I don't know.
Yeah.
You need a better comedian. Like Reese Witherspoon is not funny.
Not to me. I mean, I know a lot of people are probably like, well, remember Legally Blonde? Remember that? Yeah, I fucking saw it. I don't know. Yeah, who's a hot lady with good chops who can be a hard-nosed workaholic?
Your mom. Amy Poehler, did I say that right? No, I'm just kidding.
Because she's just doing Amy Poehler.
Yeah. I mean, you said Scarlett. I mean, that kind of works.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah, I think she's got enough chops. She did kind of the silly thing in Jojo Rabbit. Well, not silly, not overly silly, but
yeah,
she had some fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
You could get a Scarlett Johansson. You could get a.
In my mind, you have to replace Chelsea Handler.
God, you know who I'd get? I'd get Kristen Wiig
as the lead.
Yeah. I'd get Kristen Wiig.
See, I'm already laughing at how funny it would be.
It's already funnier just because Kristen Wiig's in it instead of Reese Witherspoon. This is a better joke than any joke that's in that movie. Is us just constantly I'm not going back on it either. It's Reese Witherspoon.
So who do you think the sidekick? Who do you think her sidekick could be?
Oh God.
What about Rebel Wilson as her sidekick?
I like a Rebel Wilson. I was thinking Leslie Mann.
Oh yeah, Leslie Mann.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No,
that tracks too because
that could work.
She's kind of got a Chelsea Handler vibe about her anyway, but Chelsea Handler
and better. Yeah, much better.
She
can act.
She plays sarcasm way better.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah, Leslie Mann, but I really like your Rebel Wilson pick. Because then you got to replace Tom Hardy because you still got a little dash of British in there with Rebel Wilson.
Yeah. Well, no, I think Leslie Mann could work.
Yeah.
But would you keep?
I mean, for the budget of this, you can get fucking anybody you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Like anybody.
Would you keep Tom and Chris?
No, I don't care to keep Chris Pine, but Tom Hardy. Not that I've got any problems with Tom Hardy. He's fantastic in a lot of things.
But it just doesn't fit.
Just don't think he fits in it. Like he's British for no reason. I mean, I know he is British. I mean, he's a CIA agent, and typically they don't let people that move here from other countries into like those sort of government facility type of jobs. So
a lot, and that's another thing is a lot of things made no sense and definitely would not happen ever.
Give me a Charlie Day or a Glenn Howerton. I know those are both It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia picks, but instead of Tom Hardy.
Oh.
Like this also, if you're going to have CIA agents in it, the CIA portion of this movie is just them spying on this girl. Still have them like go be in missions and shooting a guy, stopping a bank heist.
And they tried that with the
opening credit scene.
Yeah, and it comes back, but it's not enough.
No, it's really not. It feels like why are you like this real hand-fisted thing at the end? Like, remember?
Yeah,
they're in the CIA.
Yeah,
remember? Because we talked about it a lot.
You guys remember when
they were spying? They were doing this. They were doing a spy.
Yep.
You remember that?
I kind of like Charlie Day.
Yeah, I think that could work. You know what I mean? Because it'd be Charlie Day and Chris Pine, but you need to flip flop them. Where like Chris Pine has the kid and the ex-wife, and Charlie Day's like kind of a schlummy. He's like an excellent CIA operative or whatever, but he's like gets real nervous and orders a milk steak or just does his Charlie Kelly thing.
What about the story? What are we gonna do there?
The story's dumb. I would make a different movie altogether. But if you're gonna make the same movie, which obviously is fucking profitable, we're talking about a Valentine's Day release here. I just would have put more. All right, there's a lot of scenes where they're at the CIA headquarters and they're sitting at a desk talking to each other.
Yeah, because they're best friends.
That should be replaced with them like in a stakeout van, busting a perp, interrogating a guy, and then like arguing between each other at the same time. Maybe they're interrogating a guy and he's like, hey, why don't you guys just fucking, why don't you guys just date other chicks? And be like, nobody's fucking talking to you. And they both slap him and shit, but they're, that would work.
It's just lazy writing.
That would make more sense. It doesn't make sense that they could both be lawyers. They could have any job in this.
Yeah.
But they're CIA operatives because that allows them to creep on her. It's kind of lazy. Like I said, there's some good one-offs in there. It's paced really well. There are some terrible cuts.
The cuts are from different.
Yeah, in this, granted, I did rent this movie, so it may not be a theatrical release. Maybe the cuts are different. Maybe it's just cut differently. I doubt it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I also doubt it very much, but it is possible.
I mean, this film was what, an hour and
30 minutes?
Yeah, a little over an hour and a half.
Yeah, breezy. I mean, still felt long. Still felt long because 10 minutes into it, you know how the whole movie's going to go.
Yeah. And like you said, the filler with them jabbing back and forth at their desks at the office. It was just
give me something else.
Like, do something else. Like,
that's lazy. Interrogate a guy, arrest a dude, jump out of an airplane, which they do at the very end, but that's after credit. I can't believe you slept with my wife. Hey, you like me now?
So you want to watch it again, or
no? So have you seen anything else lately that you're like, well, that's good?
We watched Vice Principals. I haven't really watched a lot of movies lately.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying in general. I don't have a whole lot else to say about this. I would recast it. You heard my recast. I would cut it a little differently because some of the cuts are weird.
Maybe get a different director because I feel like the money's there and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't. If you could get like a Taika Waititi, he'd make it fun.
Other shit I've been watching. We watched Vice Principals.
Yeah, that's good. Is that got
HBO.
Is that
Danny McBride?
Danny McBride. Love Danny McBride.
Walton Goggins.
Fucking love me some Wally Goggins.
It's so funny, dude. If you get the chance to watch it, just drop everything. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, I just started a series called Bosch on Amazon.
Bosch, what that do?
What it do?
It stars with Reese Ritherspoon. And Hom Tardy. That's right.
Hot dog, diggity dog.
Yep. So, as far as what I've been watching, I watched Fat Man. I liked it. Reluctantly, I liked it because fucking Mel Gibson's a huge piece of shit. And I've been watching Auntie Donna's Big Ol' House of Fun.
Yeah, you showed me a clip of that, and it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's if you need a good laugh, it's a good kind of slapstick sketch comedy, and it's been a really long time since I've seen one that physically made me laugh out loud while I watched it. Yeah, it's a little on the crude side, so it's not not for your kids, but it's all things considered, it is pretty clean fun.
Yeah, that's on Netflix.
Yeah, it is on Netflix. Well, they're a comedy troupe. I think they also have a podcast and like a YouTube channel. So there's evidently a lot of their material out there.
Nice. How you like me now? How you like me now?
I'm telling you, man, you can't go into a video store because they're all closed. But if they were open, you can't go into a video store and sling a cat without hitting a movie that has that fucking song in it.
Yeah. Why a cat, though?
I don't know. It's a thing old people say. You can't. You can't swing a cat without hitting a whatever XYZ.
Huh?
I guess you grab a cat by the tail.
By the tail and
don't do that. By the way,
no,
I think that goes
awful.
without saying. Don't swing a cat, especially by its tail.
That's awful.
I mean, if you like have a cat and you pick it up and you're like dancing with it, you can do a little maybe dip it.
Dancing with cats.
Dancing with cats.
You heard it first. We're doing the movie Cats for our next bad movie.
We'll give them those little bedazzled butthole, little cat butt plugs. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is kind of a fun movie. Like
a fun movie to make fun of.
It's of the bad movies that we've watched for this show, it is probably the funniest of them. That being said, still wasn't a funny movie. Some of the least charming comedies I've ever seen are funnier than this.
Yeah, I guess out of the bad movies that we have watched, it wasn't the worst.
Yeah. You know what's a better movie than this? The Happy Time Murders. You ever see that? With Melissa McCarthy and puppets?
No. That sounds...
It's better than this.
Really weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
I don't know if I want to watch that.
It's like No Sesame All Street. That's what it says on the cover of the DVD.
The digital video disc?
That's what it says on the cover of the digital video disc. No Sesame All Street.
Oh, it's time to drink an unraveled IPA.
An unraveled IPA, huh? Well, I got a little bit left here, my little cocktail I'm having. Did you have anybody else in particular you wanted to recast for that?
I think we kind of touched on everything that I had an issue with.
Yeah, same. I'm going to go ahead and thumb it.
Okay. I'm
going to say, as a regular movie, I'm going to give it 3 thumbs out of 10. As a bad movie, I'm going to give it 4 thumbs out of 10. Because it's like low-hanging fruit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it really is.
It's just...
So you're giving it 2 reviews? Or 2 ratings?
Yeah, 1 as a movie. Like if you just were putting it on to like watch with your old lady. But not... Because we sat down and deliberately watched it as a bad film. I'll give it 4 thumbs as a bad film. Okay. But if I was just watching it as a regular movie, like daytime television, and I put it on, I'm gonna go 3 thumbs out of 10 because it's not good. No. But knowing that it's bad going into it, it is slightly better.
Yeah, I guess as a bad film, I'll one-up you and I'll do 4.5 thumbs.
Oh, you fucking cocksucker!
I had to do it.
You piss crying. You hom tardy.
You hom tardy, son of a bitch.
You Weiss Ritherspoon loving son of a bitch.
It could be better. But it made money.
It made a lot of money.
More money than...
The Voices?
Yeah.
See, now, this is fucking ridiculous that a movie like this makes $100 million and The Voices lost money.
It's because people like stupid shit.
People like simple, I guess.
Yeah, and that.
Because it is simple. It's like you see it and you're like, it's not new, it's not exciting, I know exactly what's going to happen.
It was made.
They made it.
We're done here. I mean,
yep.
You know, we've said all we can say.
Throw a couple of special thanks in real quick. Special thanks to Brad Sexton for our jams. Please check out his latest project at suns.bandcamp.com. That is sunds.bandcamp.com. Thanks to Lamplighter Productions for our artwork. Please check out more of their stuff on Instagram at lamplighter_productions_IL. First time listener? We're anywhere podcasts are found, but if you don't subscribe to any of those services, listen to the show for free on our website. It's just the number 2, movies.buzzsprout.com. That's it's just 2movies.buzzsprout.com. Want to get in touch with the show? Email us at itsjust2movies@gmail.com or find us on Twitter or Instagram at itsjust2movies. Want to support the show? Great. Leave a like, comment, or subscribe on whatever platform tickles your fancy. And one last thank you to our editor, head writer, producer, and host. Those are all me. So anyway, back to the show. And also special thanks to myself and Bird for doing this.
Heyo.
By the way, we do take time out of our busy lives that we actually, you know, we have jobs and we work and stuff.
Sucks. If I could just do podcasts or write bad movies.
I'd be so poor. No, write bad movies. I could write this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I could write this
We could
movie.
write this together.
Yeah. You give me a fucking Chris Pine and a Tom Hardy, it's going to make money.
You mean a Hom Tardy?
A Hom Tardy and a piss crying. Get a little Weiss Ritherspoon. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is dumb. Give fucking I don't know. Give me 2 Jason Batemans. Done.
I thought you were going to say Jason Statham.
Okay, yeah. Jason Statham and Jason Bateman. Oh my God, that's it. That's it. That's the combo. Because he'd be like, oh, I said, damn, a rot piss, isn't it, governor? And he'd be like, I don't even know what you're saying. I don't even know.
Dude.
It'd just be real sarcastic. That's it.
I think that might be it, actually. Yeah.
Yep. And it's called Jason 2. 2 Jasons.
2 Jasons.
That's it.
Print it.
Nailed it. Print it.
Fucking,
Stamp it. Checks in the mail, motherfucker.
Email
Bob Iger.
Before we go, let's do some trivia.
Okay.
Sam Worthington, Colin Farrell, Justin Timberlake, and Seth Rogen were considered for the lead roles, but eventually in the end, Chris Pine and Pine, Piss Crine,
and Hom Tardy.
Piss Trine.
Piss Trine and...
most of Chelsea Handler's lines were ad-libbed, including the mention of Cheetos and Mike and Ike.
Yeah, I can tell.
FDR calls Tuck about a Chips marathon. Chris Pine's father, Robert, was a cast member on Chips.
Oh, cool. Is that what else you got?
Right. The Skyline City in
Wait, who was considered for the lead in this? Those are all better casting ideas than this.
Sam Worthington.
Okay.
Like, I know the name, but
Yeah, Sam Worthington. He's in Avatar.
Never watched it.
You never seen Avatar?
I didn't really care to even bother watching
That's
it.
fine. He's in Fractured.
What's that?
It's a movie. He's in Clash of the Titans. He's in a bunch of dumb action stuff.
As a person that's doing a podcast about movies, I haven't watched a lot of fucking movies, and I feel like an idiot for it.
Fractured's not bad from memory. He's in Man on a Ledge.
Oh, shit.
The Titan.
Better get off that ledge.
He's in Avatar 2 that is also labeled Avatar 3 that comes out in 2024. Have you seen that yet?
Sam Worthington, Colin Farrell, who I don't think would have fit this film.
No.
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah,
I could
you
see
want to
that.
do like him and Seth Rogen and like a dick in the box kind of thing?
like Seth Rogen as the sexy, young, just playboy, just a beautiful man. Mm-hmm. And then Justin Timberlake is kind of the loner,
like a schlubby.
Yeah, because he's just he's okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's serviceable, I guess.
Dude's got pipes though.
He can sing.
I'm down with some JT.
Seth Rogen though. All right.
Yeah, I think you could do Seth Rogen and JT. I mean, Ritherspoon and Tustin Timberlake.
God damn it. We're going to be here all night, folks.
Well, listen, thanks for joining the show. I think we're pretty much burnt out on this fucking piece of shit. We just watched This Means War. You're welcome. You can skip it. Or, don't. It made $100 million. What the fuck do I know?
Yeah. We're just two guys, and it's just two movies.
It's just two movies. Yeah, we're just two guys, just two movies. We do appreciate you, by the way, leaving a like, review, all that good fun stuff. Tell a friend. Lie to a friend. Tell them it's a good show. Make them listen to it. Tell them that we get Weiss Ritherspoon on the show. Just lie to them about it so they'll listen to it. And then when they do and they text you back and you're like, that wasn't what you said it was. Just say, haha, got ya.
You fucking idiot.
But yeah, you dummy. No, we sure do appreciate it. And, I can hope you guys have a good night.
You guys aren't going to start sucking each other's dicks, are you?
Let's call that phone talk! We're a one-eyed Batman!
Can I make a suggestion that doesn't involve violence? Or is this the wrong crowd?
Maybe we should call in a bomb threat to Houston. I think it's free beer night at the Astrodome.
The Jedi
Bob, we don't fight with guns, we fight with our mind.
Cousin, businesses are booming.
That is one big pile of shit.
Jog on.
It's Just Two Movies is a production of Blue Cheese and Bacon Studios and can be found wherever you get your podcasts.
Bam, 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 bam.